What's up, YouTube? It's me, your guy, Tbelly here, with a brand new video featuring MEGADAN29.
What is up, guys? I am back from Southeast Game Exchange, and man, I had such a good time. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cover everything that I picked up and just talk a little bit about the trip as I make my way through this video. So first, me and Meg got there. It was a long drive. It was just me and her this time, and it took about probably 13 hours or so. We got there on Friday, and we didn't really hang out with anybody. We really didn't do much except go out to eat at a place called, I believe, Big Daddy's. And it was really good. And it was actually a lot like Buffalo Wild Wings, and it was so good. I'll insert pictures if I have that there. Then I made my way to the convention when Saturday came, and it was just, like always, unbelievable. Austin did such a good job, man. He had it was a lot bigger than it was last year, because I did go last year as well, and that was amazing too, but like this just upped the ante like quite a bit. So we got in 2 hours before the actual convention started, so I was able to take care of a lot of my pickups before I even walked through the door, until everybody else walked through the door, which was really, really awesome because it gave me time to just look at stuff, be the first to get there, and things like that. So thank you so much, Austin. It's really nice to have some type of like VIP treatment when we go there, and it pays for it because, man, I drove a long ways to get there. So I'll cover my pickups for Saturday in a minute, which was most of them. But the first person I ran into when I got there was Aaron. Aaron was really good from Pixel Game Squad. He was such a nice guy. I seen NES Complex walking around, and meeting them was just unreal, man. It was unbelievable and how nice they were, and when you talk to Aaron and NES Complex, it just feels like you've known him for like 10 or 15 years, like it's one of your best friends. So that's one thing I thought that was really cool about just hanging out with them and stuff like that. And this leads me to my first pickup. I was sitting there walking with Pixel Game Squad and Tbelly, and that's another thing, meeting Tbelly and J-Love and Linda again. You know, it's like we're like best friends now. I talk to them every day, so in the nicest way possible, it's really not that big of a deal when I see them. So Tbelly was hanging out with us. Of course, we were laughing, carrying on, and being stupid, but Aaron was walking with us. So I go up, and one of the games I was looking for was Dinosaurs for Hire on the Sega Genesis. Well, I go up and I get it, and I see it at a table, and me and Aaron are just looking at stuff, and I ended up getting it loose, which I'm very, very happy about. And I'll put some gameplay on here now, but I'll tell you a story about what happened. So I'm sitting there, and I see the game, and I believe it was listed for $15. And I was like, cool, you know, I'll go ahead and pay that. The convention like just started and stuff like that, and I'll go ahead and do it. Well, the guy goes, hey man, go ahead and just take it. I'm a big fan of the channel. And I'm thinking, I don't know if he knows who MEGADAN29 is, but I like glanced and looked down at my shirt, and I was like, that's right, I'm wearing a Superhero Game Squad shirt. And then I look and I glance over at Aaron, and Aaron's kind of smiling at me. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. I mean, I really, really, really appreciate it. He's like, yeah, man, I'm a huge fan of your guys' channel. And I was like, oh my god, this guy thinks I'm with Pixel Game Squad. So I rolled with Aaron. I'm like, sorry, man. He's like, oh, it's happened before. And he was just joking around saying, where's my game? But he was just messing around, and it was really cool. And he was, of course, good old Aaron's like, I'm just so glad that happened to you, man. You deserve it. You know, telling me nice things, encouraging things. Just one of the best people I know for sure. Some other games I picked up just while walking around the convention and checking stuff out were a game I was looking for a long time, and I went up to a vendor, and everything on the tables were 25% off. So I was like, no way, that is really cool. The prices here compared to too many games were just so much better, so much more affordable, and I just thought that was really cool. So I was going to take full-blown advantage of it, even though I was going there with sort of an empty pocket, as this is the last convention of the year. But I was able to finally pick up Vice Project Doom, man, for $30. Not bad when you can't get it any lower than $40. I mean, you are so lucky. It's actually listed for $40 on here. So I got it for $30. It was really awesome. I went ahead and paid it instead of trying to haggle or anything like that, just because, you know what, I got it for an awesome price, and I'm going to be streaming this one really soon. I was so glad to be able to get it, man. I was so happy. So, yep, we scooped up Vice Project Doom, guys. We'll be playing it soon. Another game I picked up was actually the next 2 games are from the same table. They had a really, really good place. They weren't a particular store or anything like that. It was just a table. And I picked up this one because NES Addict was telling me that this was really good. And there was actually a tournament going on with this game. And I went and I tried out the game at the tournament and just put in a quick score. Some guy had some outrageous score. And I could have sat there and tried harder to beat it. But I was like, you know what, let me just go get the game. I'll buy it, and I'm having a lot of fun with this. It's a good game. It is a shooter, and it is called, a game I've never heard of on the Super Nintendo, Darius Twin. Darius Twin. Darius Twin was a lot of fun. It has everything to do with like underground aquatics and battling different like types of robotic fishes and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's just a really fun shooter. It kind of plays sort of like R-Type and everything like that. It's side left to right. And it was just really cool, man. So I'm looking really forward to playing it. And NES Addict told me it's like one of his favorite games. So I was like, okay, if he recommends it, I'm going to go ahead and scoop it up. And I think I got that for 10. I think that's what Darius Twin went for. It was 10 bucks. And now from that same table, the next game I picked up was a game I had to freaking get because I realized I didn't have it. And it was a big memory in my life of winning a big tournament that I wanted to win. And at one point I won a tournament at Game Crazy back in the day, and I wanted this big standee, cardboard standee, sort of like I have the Mario Odyssey one now. It got damaged through moving and stuff like that throughout my life, but it was also one of the times when my wife now went with me to a tournament, and it was one of the first times that right when we got together, so it was a long time ago. I'm talking back in like 2005. So I went ahead and I picked up Mario Superstar Baseball on the GameCube. This game has so much memories with me, man. I love this game. I'm a huge baseball fan, so as you know, I would like the Mario baseball game. So I ended up wiping the floor in that tournament that day, not to be cocky or anything like that, but I really wanted to win that. So I used all my skills of knowing about baseball and putting people in the right positions and stuff like that. And it's really cool because each character plays better. Like, you know, Yoshi wants to be at shortstop or third base because he has his tongue that can grab the ball. And, you know, Bowser's your power hitter, and Donkey Kong's a power hitter, and, you know, Mario and Luigi are kind of balanced. They're good pitchers. You know, it's got a feel of that, and it's a really cool game. So if you guys have never played this, it's a really fun play, especially if you play with, like, a bunch of friends and stuff like that. It can be a blast, man. And the last pickup of Saturday, because I was trying to chill out, was a game Tbelly found for me, man. I was looking for it, and I've been playing this franchise like crazy lately. So if you're a fan of my channel, you probably already know what I'm talking about, and that is the Metroid series. Well, I've played the first 4, so now I wanted to get to the Metroid Fusion. I already played Metroid Fusion. I wanted to get to the Metroid Prime stuff, so I heard that Metroid Trilogy was on the Wii. So this takes care of all 3 of them for me, and I've heard playing it on the Wii is better. So I'm going to be doing the whole pointing and shooting, and I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun and playing this. This should keep me busy for a while. I got the Wii U hooked up. I'm going to play it on that, and I can't wait to play it. This will not be streamed just because I like to experience these games by myself, as they are a game where you have to find things and do stuff like that. Plus, this is going first person. So first person Metroid I've never tried before, so this should be really interesting. But thank you to Tbelly. I did pay a little bit of a penny for this. I paid $45 for it. It was all I could do. It was listed for $50. He came $5 off of it. I thought that was fair though, because on price charting it was $50. So I thought that was really cool. And yeah, we're gonna be playing some Trilogy, boys. And by the way, I paid, I think it was 15 or 10 for Mario Baseball. I think that's what I paid for it. So we went out Saturday and we had a lot of fun. We played some Jenga at the bar. That was tons of fun. You're going to see that if you look at Captain Retro's video, and I think Linda's video shows it a little bit. Linda, aka GamerGirl. I'll put in the description also everybody else's Southeast Game Exchange videos, because they've all been a lot of fun to watch. And I really encourage you to get out there. So many good people, man. Awesome running into Captain Retro again. BP Retro Power. We went to tons of cool panels Saturday. Saturday was a panel with Pixel Game Squad, which was Aaron and NES Complex. And then I went to a panel with JLove81, one of my best friends, NES Addict, another one of my best friends, and Russ Lyman. They all had a panel together. It was really good. There wasn't one panel that was really bad. And then we went to a Generation Gap Gaming panel. That was tons of fun. And that leads me to my next pickup. So Generation Gap Gaming had something going on in his panel where he would say some history from his channel, from his videos and stuff like that. And if you guessed it right, you won things. So I won a Mullet Boy sticker by getting a Punch-Out question right, and that was who is the one person Glass Joe has defeated. As you know, he is listed as 1-99 in his record, and we all know that's Nick Bruiser. So I knew that right off the bat, being a huge Punch-Out fan. So I won a Mullet Boy sticker. So I was really excited over that. And then I wanted to win 3 games that were up there. I didn't want to win all 3 of them, but he had 3 games that were up there that were CIB, and it was Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Legend of Zelda, and Rygar. And if you got one of these questions correct, that was not multiple choice, so it was a lot harder, you would win one of those. You got to go up and choose. Well, I was just having a tough time with the questions. And then J-Love gets a question correct. It was like, what other LJN game came out in 1989 or something like that, and then he listed a game that came out in 1989. So I guessed Friday the 13th, and I was wrong, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really just don't know what it is. So then she guessed Karate Kid, and it was correct. So she got to go up there and choose. So J-Love knows how bad I wanted Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. So what does she do, man? What does she do?
You know you're like my best friend, right?
She goes ahead and she selects Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, turns around and gives it to me, and gives me this big old hug. I almost teared up, man. I couldn't believe she did that. I thought she was going to do Legend of Zelda. I thought she'd keep it out there to give me a chance at it. I'm going to tell you what, though, I wouldn't have gotten it. I still lost, man. I couldn't get the questions. So, man, J-Love, oh my God, this is one of the ones I wanted so bad. It does not have the letter in it, but that's okay. We'll buy that later. I've been seeing it on eBay and stuff. It's fine. You pay a pretty penny for it, but I'll do it. It's fine. I'll love that one day. But just having this and being able to look at the manual, read the back of it, and you guys know what we do. We always read the back of the box when we get a new one. We always read the back of the box. So we got to do that right now. Meet the Ultimate Challenge Fight Mike Tyson. It's a right jab, a left hook, and uppercut. It's Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, where you'll get the chance to compete against boxers from around the globe. Punch your way through the 13 bouts in the minor, major, and world circuits against tough contenders like Piston Honda, Glass Joe, yeah, real tough, Super Macho Man, and many, many more. Defeat all of your opponents and meet the ultimate challenge against the world heavyweight champion, Mike Tyson, in the greatest fight of all, is it ever, the Dream Bout. Knock out Tyson, and you become the WVBA, which is the World Video Boxing Association champ. That is awesome. So yeah, J-Love, thank you so much. It meant so much to me. So she knows how defeated I felt. And when she turned around, it was a weight off my shoulders. Even Tyler knew. Even Tyler knew I wanted it bad. So thank you so much, J-Love. You are awesome. Much love to you. So like I said, we had fun at all the panels, and everybody did a really freaking good job. So much fun meeting everybody. But then we went out to NES Addict's house, and it was amazing, man. Unbelievable. I got to sit there for about an hour and a half and play with Shady J. We played Contra 1. We played California games. We turned on Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and he showed me something on Tyson I'd never seen before. We both beat him. It was awesome sitting there. I sat with BP Retro Power, who recorded a lot of it. I was there with Tbelly, who had a really awesome conversation, which maybe I'll post one of these days if I get the footage. I know BP had the footage, wanted to give it to Shady J, made sure that everybody's done with it, and I'd like to have it for my own personal stuff. It was unbelievable sitting there with somebody who I've watched their videos for 10 years and then playing video games with them like we were kids again. It was amazing. I believe he had a lot of fun too, man. It was so much fun. So, Shady J, thank you so much for hanging out. It was awesome talking to 8-Bit Eric. He talked to me a lot about wrestling. If you guys don't know it, 8-Bit Eric wrestles a lot and stuff like that. So, asking him some, like, behind-the-scenes questions just about wrestling and how it works was pretty interesting. Even though I'm not a huge wrestling fan anymore, I used to be hardcore. So, sometimes I watch it, and it was just really cool to hear him talk about it. Somebody who's actually talked to these guys and wrestled these guys. And it was just really, really impressive. It was really cool. So it was awesome listening to him. Also tell some secret stuff about, you know, things you can do to your YouTube channel to help you out, tips and tricks. It was really cool, man. Really, really nice guy. Talking to BP Retro Power, it was awesome with, and then there was Dan and his wife. I'm sorry I forgot your name. So cool to sit there and talk to those guys about games. There was another taller gentleman that loved Final Fantasy. I got to figure out his name. I'm really sorry, I'm terrible with names, guys, but talking to you guys was amazing. So I just had so much fun. NES Addict, thank you so much for allowing me to go into your house. Me and him played Contra together. It was awesome. I'll probably have some footage of that to put in here. And we did a co-op run, which was a lot of fun. And just sitting there talking to Generation Gap Gaming and Aaron, NES Complex, just being around those guys and hanging out and having like an old night of like we're kids again and we're having like this giant sleepover. Like, it's so cool to sit there and be able to hang out with these guys like that. It was so much fun. So thank you so much. It was honestly one of the best times I've ever had, especially when we're talking about retro gaming, for sure. Another thing I wanted to cover that I got from Pixel Game Squad's panel was they had another Guess a YouTuber quiz going on, and they had called me up to the floor. I had already won enough for the day and had enough, so I kind of wanted to not mess with stuff, but they had some stuff sprawled around the table. They called me up there, and of course I get Shady J. I get the Game Chasers on there, so that was like super simple to guess, and there was a bunch of them I didn't know. So I guessed Shady J, and I won this. I won a Nintendo Power, which I thought was pretty cool, and the coolest thing about it, which I didn't even know was on there, is WWF Attitude was on the back, which I have a really cool story with my mom on this game and her being able to buy it for me and stuff, and it was just a really special moment in my video game years, I guess you could call it. But yeah, this one just looked kind of cool. I didn't have it, so thank you, Aaron, and just an amazing panel. Amazing, very inspirational. Very, very inspirational panel. So another thing that happened that night was I was at Jay's house, and he gave me a couple things. And I thought it was really cool. So for one, he gave me Gyromite. And the reason he gave me Gyromite, because I think I already have it, is it's got an Famicom adapter inside of it. So thank you so much, Jay. He was going to hook me up with this. And if you unscrew this, you can play Famicom games. So I definitely want to play some Famicom games, for sure. Die Hard Gamer Brothers actually gave me a Adventure Island 4 a while back. So that was really cool. And then also, this dude, being my friend for a long time and has given me stuff, or I've given him a lot of stuff, and he always felt like he needed to repay me, which he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that. But he ended up giving me this game, which was unreal. Couldn't believe he did this for me. But he knows how much I like Contra, and he knows he needed to get rid of some stuff, and he wanted to give me some stuff, basically. Just hook me up with something, because he's never been able to. And that was Contra Force. He gave me freaking Contra Force on the NES, and I've always wanted to play this game, and to me it just looks like a lot of fun, and it's a Contra game, so I want it. You know, it's about as simple as that. And I just thought it was really cool, and Jay, thank you so much, man. And it's just something about going down to the South that everybody's so stinking nice down there, man, and everybody gives you things, and it's so awesome, and I just appreciate our friendship, man. I appreciate knowing you. It's awesome to talk to you all the time. It's awesome being a part of your life. So thank you so much for doing that. And he actually signed the inside of it. So that's a little secret. So someday, somehow, when I'm dead and gone and my kids do something with my games or something like that, if they ever open it up, you'll see a little NES Addict inside of there. So then Sunday rolled around, and it was time to only stick around for a little bit, and then I had to say goodbye. So I went ahead, and from having so much fun the night before with 8-Bit Eric and stuff like that, I definitely wanted to support his channel, because I never have. So the first thing I did to support his channel was I bought this really awesome shirt, dude. This shirt looks badass. So I was like, okay, this is what I'll do instead of just throwing him a 20 or something like that. I went ahead and bought this shirt for 15 bucks. 8-Bit Eric, and it's in the style of red and black NWO. Really freaking awesome. I love the art of this shirt. Like, such a good idea, Eric. This is a badass shirt. This is seriously one of the best shirts I've ever seen a YouTuber have. When I seen it, I was like, dude, I don't care what size that is, I have to get it. That is a badass shirt. So, really looking forward to sporting this during streams and videos. Thanks so much, man. And, like I said, 8-Bit Eric, really nice guy, good dude. Thanks so much for spending time with me, talking to me, and just hanging out, man. It was awesome. So I had a couple more pickups on Sunday before I hit the panels, and then after the panels, I went home. So I went up to BP Retro Powers. He's Mr. Hacker, man. BP's the man. I went up to his table, and he had some of his hacks going, and he had one that looked freaking awesome. So a lot like Joe Zayas that sold me that Ninja Gaiden Evil Edition in all blue, he had the Deadpool Ninja Gaiden hack in red. Look at that. This is so sick. I was like, bro, if this costs more, it's cool. And he's like, no, go ahead. So he hit me that up for bro price. Thank you, BP. And it's going to be so awesome. I can't wait to play this. This is completely different, guys. This is completely different. I watched Great White North stream this a little bit, and I can't wait to freaking play this. I love Ninja Gaiden. So another challenge, bring it on, baby. Love me some Ninja Gaiden. And then I went up to another table where they were selling every NES game on the ground in this bucket for $1. You know I'm all over that. So I just got some fillers. I got Tennis Black Box Game. I got NASCAR Challenge. And I got Bases Loaded Second Season, which I found out I have Second Season already. So, I have to get the first one. I should have snagged the first one. The first one was there. So, oh well. It's all good though. We'll do a giveaway or something like that. Another thing I got before I left was JLove81 hooked me up again. JLove81 always giving me stuff. Thank you so much, Jen. She gave me this poster. Dude, look at this, guys. Look at this. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. We are framing this. We are putting this up. This is going to be sick. This is going to be badass. It's basically just a program like I have, but this one I've seen a lot of. It's a really cool art style. I can't wait to put this up in the game room. It's going to be sick. Thank you so much, J-Love. In conclusion, Southeast Game Exchange was a blast. It was a 10 out of 10. Austin did such a good job, especially since last year. If you guys haven't made it out to Southeast Game Exchange yet, I'm going to be going every single year. I swear, get out there. Prices are good. People are so welcoming. He's getting awesome YouTubers to come out. The panels are great. Everything's good. 10 out of 10. I'm telling you. It needs to be talked about more. I know we hear about a lot of our Retro Paloozas and Too Many Games and Portland Retro Game Expo and SoCal. This deserves to be up there. So get out there, man. Check it out. It's so good. Austin gave me one of the best times of my life, man. Really, really good. Hopefully next year can be an extra day. That'd be the only thing I'd really want out of it. Other than that, 10 out of 10. Awesome. Thank you so much, Austin. You are the man for making that. That was so much fun. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.
Nintendo and Linda. I won't put that in there. I'm just kidding. Freaking, I found Nintendo. I found Nintendo and Tbelly. There's Nintendo's butt. Oh yeah. There it is. It's all mine, boys. It's all mine.